Assalamualaikum students, I am Amreen here with next topic, that is coordination in animals. First of all, you should know that our body is made up of many cells. These cells are organized in different tissues and these tissues don't work independently, means they are not able to work independently. So they work in coordination with each other. It means that they perform different functions at certain timings and at certain rates depending upon the need of the body. For example, if we want to move, all the muscles of our body work together for the movement of the body. They coordinate with each other for the movement of body. Now, how coordination takes place in animals? In animals, control and coordination is basically maintained by two systems, that is nervous system and endocrine system. You can see over here that two systems control the coordination. One is nervous system and other is endocrine system. About endocrine system, you have learned before that endocrine system contains endocrine glands, which are ductless glands, and the responsibility or function of these endocrine glands is to secrete hormones. Hormones are chemicals which directly added into blood and they respond very quickly. So, come to the point, like other living organisms, animals also very sensitive to their environment. There you can see stimuli. Stimuli is any change in the environment. Anything which is changing in the environment means if there is any change in temperature or heat, is there any pressure or any sound, anything which is happening in the surrounding, it is known as stimuli. These stimuli are accepted by the receptors. Remember, receptors are usually your sense organs. In sense organs, as you know, ear, nose, eyes, hand and skin are added. So stimuli, any change is accepted by receptors. Through receptors, the sensory neuron bring that stimuli, take this stimuli through sensory nerves to the central nervous systems. Receptors receive stimuli and they send it to the CNS, which is central nervous system, with the help of sensory nerves. So, first of all, stimuli change in environment. Secondly, receptors, which are usually your muscles or your endocrine glands, and they send the stimuli to the central nervous system with the help of sensory nerves, and receptors are usually your sense organs. This CNS, with the help of motor nerves, give command or order what they have to do, what effectors are supposed to do, what action they have to do. Central nervous system give the command or order to the effectors to respond the stimuli. Response is the reaction of body towards stimuli, and receptors are your sensory organs, while effectors are your muscles or endocrine glands, which act or obey the orders of central nervous system. Okay, these orders are received by the effectors with the help of motor nerves, and response is the reaction or respond of effectors to the stimuli. Now, take an example. When you touch any hot object, what you have to do? What you do? You usually just take away your hand. You are not going to allow your hand to put on the hot object. Quickly you will take out your hand back. So means the heatness is the stimuli, which is perceived by your receptors. Your hand receive the stimuli of heat. With the help of sensory neurons, this heatness, this stimuli is gone to central nervous system, is sent to the central nervous system. Central nervous system give order or give the command to take away the hand. This message that to take away your hand from the hot object is sent with the help of motor nerves, and you take away your hand, that is your response. So effectors are basically endocrine glands or your muscles. As I have told you, endocrine glands or endocrine system are ductless glands which release hormone and you act quickly. Nervous system consists of two parts. Nervous system is divided into two major systems. One is central nervous system and other is peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system is also known as CNS while peripheral nervous system is also known as PNS. Central nervous system is divided into or consists of brain and spinal cord. About brain, you have learnt in your regular classes. Even all these things we have learnt in our regular classes. As you know, brain has divided into three parts: forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. Midbrain is small one and the largest part of the brain is forebrain. About 90% of brain consists of forebrain. And the function of forebrain is to control your movements, is coordination, your sleep, your blood pressure, heartbeat, your thrust, your intelligence. All these things are usually lie there. And spinal cord is the extension of the brain. It is a long extension of the brain. With this spinal cord is covered by vertebra, and there are about 33 vertebra which covers the spinal cord, and brain is covered by a bony skeleton which is known as cranium. When we talk about the peripheral nervous system contains three types of nerves. One is cranial, second is spinal and third is sense organs. Cranial is very clear from the brain, as brain is covered by cranium. So from cranium you can learn cranial nerves. These are those nerves which originate from brain and directly connect to the head, neck and face and internal organs. And there are 12 pairs of cranial nerves. Remember, there are 12 pairs of cranial nerves and they originate from the brain. Next to the cranial nerves is spinal nerves. Spinal nerves, they arise from the, as it is seen from the heading, from the word spinal, though they are arising from the spinal cord. They arise from the spinal cord, or you can say they originate from the spinal cord, and there are 31 pairs of spinal nerves. Next are sense organs. You are well aware of sense organ. 5 sense organs are there, as you know. Eyes, which is used to see organs, and ears, that is definitely organ of hearing. Nose, that is organ of smell. Tongue, organ of taste, and skin, which is organ of touch, pressure, temperature, etc. Now all this is very important, and one more important thing is that this nervous system means all these: central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, definitely they are the part of the nervous system. This nervous system consists of special types of cells. Today basically my topic is the cells which make up these nervous system. Nervous system is very important system of your body, which mainly consists of brain, spinal cord and these nerves, and all this system, all these things are made up of special types of cells which are known as neurons. So you can see here a structure of neuron. When we talk about the structure of neuron, first of all, neurons, the definition of neuron comes that nervous system is made up of special types of cell. These cells are known as neurons. And what is the function of neuron? The function of neuron is to conduct the messages to the different parts of body in the form of mild current, not exactly a very severe current, but in the form of mild electric current. Here is the structure of a general neuron, that is the motor neuron. We are going to learn about the types of neurons as well. Now you can see in your book on page number 240 this diagram is drawn, so I am explaining you the same diagram. As you know, the cell body, this whole one, this structure, the cell body, this structure, each neuron consists of cell body or soma. The body of neuron is known as cell body or soma. Soma is not written over here, but in your book it is mentioned. So soma is the body of a neuron. Here you can see in the cell body or soma, nucleus and nucleolus are present, and this cell body is accompanied by dendrites. These branch like structures, you can see these branch like structures, these all are dendrites. So cell body, each neuron consists of cell body or soma with dendrites. Here these are the dendrites and axon. This whole, this which is showing red in color, this one is axon. So we can say that the neuron structure consists of three parts. One is cell body or soma along with dendrites and axon. Now what are dendrites? Dendrites are branched thread-like projections for receiving impulses. The main object, the main function of these dendrites is to catch or to receive impulses. And in soma, as I have told you, the cytoplasm and its organelles are also present. On the other hand, this axon, this is a long terminal, this one is axon. Axon is usually unbranched. You can see there is no branch of it, so it is unbranched, single and elongated, long fiber like structure, and the main purpose is the conduction of impulses of from one neuron to the other neuron. So axon structure is single, means it has single, there is no double axon. Unbranched, there are no branches are here, and fiber like structure, and it is specialized for the conducting impulses from one neuron to the other. At its terminal end, means the end of this axon, you can see at its terminal end many branches are given out to form end plate. Here you can see these are the axonal terminals. Okay, these are going to make end plates, and this is axon is one thing is very important. This axon, which is an elongated single unbranched fiber, it is covered by a myelin sheath, and myelin sheath is also known as neurolema. Myelin sheath, what is the purpose of this myelin sheath? This myelin sheath is used for the insulation. It is insulate and is ensure the uninterrupted flow of nerve impulse, as the messages are in the form of mild electric current. So this act as a insulator. It ensure the uninterrupted flow of message in the form of nerve impulse. Many cell processes axon and sometimes dendrites. Sometimes dendrites and many axons sometimes combine together to form a nerve. So this one was the structure of the motor neuron. Again, look at the structure. Neuron consists of cell body or soma along with dendrites and with a long single elongated fiber which is known as axon. Axon at its terminal end, it's given out of the different means branches which is forming the ending plate. This axon is covered by a myelin sheath. The function of this myelin sheath is the uninterrupted flow of the nerve impulse, and there are three main types of neurons are present. One is definitely we have learnt about the motor neuron, other is sensory neurons, and you can see the a bit different structure of difference between the structure of sensory and motor neuron, as these dendrites are on the two sides because these exist in the nerves neurons. So they are these dendrites are supposed to receive impulses or messages. So sensory, because neurons are usually present in the receptors, so they have dendrites to catch or to pick receive the messages in a better way. So this is the structure of sensory neuron, this is there's a motor neuron, and now we will talk about the sensory neuron. What is the function of sensory neuron? They transmit impulses from receptors to the central nervous system. As I have told you that from receptor to the central nervous system, here these sensory neurons transmit impulses from receptors to central neurons. And now about the motor neuron, they transmit instructions of the central nervous system, order of central nervous system, and to the effector organs, to the effectors, which are your muscles or endocrines as well. Between these two, motor neuron and sensory neuron, intermediate neurons are present. As they are present between these two, so they connect motor neuron and sensory neuron. Intermediate neurons are very important because as I have told you that they are present between sensory and motor neuron. Entire central nervous system is composed of interneuron. In the whole nervous system, motor neuron, sensory neuron, except sensor and motor neuron, all nervous system consists of interneurons. They receive different stimuli simultaneously through sensory neurons. They get stimuli from sensory neurons and coordinate them and issue commands according to the effector organs through motor neuron. So they help to transmit the messages or command and whatever. They receive the stimuli and they give it to the motor neuron with the help of interneurons. Interneurons are present in all the nervous system. So it all about the neuron. This is very important. The structure is very important, and this is a very important topic according to your examination point of view. So till next lecture, Allah Hafiz.